Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of The Goofy Guy. I'm so glad to see you all this evening, and if you celebrate Easter, happy Easter. It has been a beautiful day here in Chicago, and I'm hoping that it was a beautiful day wherever you're at. If you don't celebrate Easter, then happy spring. I actually prefer happy spring because I don't really celebrate Easter, but happy Easter to everyone that does. I hope you had a lovely day. Hey, and welcome to the Goofy Guy podcast. Listen, welcome to the Goofy Guy. And this is Disney news for April 4th, 2021. That's right, Disney news for April 4th, 2021. And if you're keeping track, it is episode number 106 of our podcast. So if you're listening on the podcast, hey, all you listeners out there, you're actually listening to this a day after. So anyway, I'm Jim Spangler, the Goofy Guy, your host. And if you'll notice, I don't have my partner in crime with me this evening, who's usually right over there. I can never get that straight. Why can't I figure that out? I got to figure that out. Anyway, Julie is not feeling well. She's a little under the weather. And so it's just me this evening, which means probably not as funny as usual. Yeah. She kind of adds to the humor of this whole thing, right? Anyway, we hope Julie is feeling well. Please get better quickly so you can come back and join us. For all of you that are concerned, I did not fire her. She's not fired. She's just not feeling well. So we are hoping that she gets better soon. So, hey, I have an idea, though. Let's get started with some Disney news. Oh, I'm so used to hearing that do. I just had that in my ear. Yeah. Anyway, see, we're already missing Julie already. There you go. No new sound on the live broadcast. Anyway, so hey, Magic Mobile Pass. We've talked a little bit about this in the past, about Magic Mobile Pass, but it is being rolled out now. It was being tested with cast members earlier in the week. Oh, just so you all know, Julie is watching because now she's sending me messages. Just so you know. But she is happy she's not fired. So anyway, it works with your iPhone or your Apple Watch. It's supposedly the images are supposed to animate when you check in. Just like if you're a Disney Vacation Club member, you get a welcome home, a little purple ring. The ring turns purple and you get a welcome home. But they're now actually rolling it out to guests. Guests are now able to use this. And from what I've heard, they're really liking it. So I'm really pleased to hear that. I think it's a great advancement. I think it's about time. We all kind of knew this was where it was going. So it's nice that they're actually rolling it out and getting this all done. I can hardly wait to go back. I was just there and they weren't doing it. Anyway, I am looking forward to going back and trying it. Maybe that means I need to take a trip earlier. I have to think about that. Not a bad idea. Just to check that out. I'd be willing to do that. But anyway, Magic Mobile is being rolled out to guests now. So if you're heading down there soon, be sure that you check your Disney Experience app. I'm sure there will be some notification if you get to participate in the Magic Mobile experience. So, and if you do, please let us know. Leave a comment, send an email, do something to let us know. Hit us up on Twitter or on Instagram or here on Facebook or YouTube or something, because I'd like to know what your experience with it is. I've seen some video of experience. It looks like it's going smoothly. It looks like it works just fine. If you use your iPhone for paying for things, it's just like that. You can even add your pass to your wallet on your phone. So very cool. Very cool. The Main Street Confectionery is now closed for refurbishment. They are going to redo that. So if you are used to going in and getting snacks right at the beginning of the park, right when you walk in, right there on the corner, the right corner there of Main Street, you're going to have to go a little bit further down Main Street because now the Main Street movie theater is the confectionery. And that's where you can get all of your packaged confections there. Now, they're not doing any of the apples or any of the things that they made there because they just don't have the space or anything to be able to do that. So for a little while, if you want that, you're going to have to find that someplace else. You can either well, there are lots of places to get it, I guess, that you can find it. But just know that you're not going to be able to get it there right at the beginning of the park. Also, the Chapeau has also closed. That's the hat store there in the front. So they're going to redo all that whole section. The Chapeau is one of my favorite stores. I love that store. I love all those hats, and I love getting, the Mickey ears with something stitched on the back. I love it, especially if I'm there with somebody for the first time. I love doing that, getting it with their name on it. It's so iconic. And if you get anything other than the traditional lettering on that first Mickey ears, you're missing out. You need the traditional lettering. It needs to have that link stitch and be all nice and cursive-y and really great. I love that. But you can get that done there. But right now, you can't because it's closed for refurbishment. So both the confectionery and the Chapeau right there on Main Street, right at the entrance of Main Street, are closed for refurbishment. So we'll keep an eye out for when that opens back up for you. Let's talk about something that's coming to Disney Plus that I personally am excited about. I'm not sure that Julie would be too excited about this, so this actually might be the right time to talk about it. But there are new promos out for new, what do they call it? Just clips of the show and kind of get you interested. It's not really a promo, but it's not really a preview. It's, I don't know. But for a new Disney Plus show, a new Star Wars Disney Plus show called The Bad Batch, I think this looks great. It's by the same people that did Clone Wars, so it looks, the animation is very similar, looks very much so like the Clone Wars animation, which is a great thing. I think that animation is great. It's very different. It arrives, of course, on May 4th, right? Of course, May the 4th be with you. Yeah, so it arrives on May 4th, so just a month from now, exactly a month from now, you're going to be able to see it. And I just think it looks great. I think that we have some anti-heroes in this that we're going to be following, and it just looks like a lot of fun. I'm really, really looking forward to it. As you can tell, I'm excited. I don't talk about Star Wars stuff a whole lot here, but it does look really good. And while we're talking about the Disney Plus, we should talk a little bit about Falcon and Winter Soldier. Now, if you're not watching this, catch up, man. Go watch it. I will be honest, the first episode and a half, I wasn't buying it. There was a lot of backstory, we had a lot of exposition we had to get through, right? To establish kind of where this is going and what the role was going to be. But so the third episode dropped this last Friday. I really enjoyed it. I'm really beginning to understand what the story is and where we're going. They're introducing us to new characters. They're bringing old characters back. All really good stuff. I'm really, really looking forward to seeing where this goes. I think it's going to be a lot of fun to follow and see how this leads into the rest of the Marvel universe. I think it's so great that they're addressing the blip, right? They're addressing the fact that people were gone for 5 years and then all of a sudden came back. That alone, I think, is a lot of fun. But I'm not going to ruin it for you, but there's some great things that you need to catch up on and see. It'll be fun to see where this goes. It is not at all like WandaVision, not at all like WandaVision. So it has more of the humor of traditional Marvel movies. I think it's more of that traditional humor. And the relationship between the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is great. So good. So you need to catch up. Catch it for sure. So Julie says lots of good to come with that. I'm not sure what she's talking about, but lots of good to come with something. Maybe with the Falcon and Winter Soldier or with the Bad Batch. I don't know. Let us know, Julie, what you're talking about. See, she can't stay away. She wants to stay away because she's not feeling well, but she can't stay away. I know you miss me. Anyway, so in further news, we have Florida Man. Whenever a news story starts out as Florida Man, we now have Georgia Woman, right? Because that story was just so outrageous. Oh, she was talking about the Falcon and Winter Soldier. Okay, there you go. Good. It's good, Julie. If you're not watching it, watch it. Um, so Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh, now see, you made me lose my train of thought. Thanks, Julie. Thanks. Not that that's hard. Not hard to get me to lose my train of thought. Anyway, so we have Florida Man, we have Georgia Woman. We need to maybe, if we get another story like this, maybe Louisiana Man needs to be added to the bunch. I don't know. A Louisiana Man snuck through the temperature screening at Disney Springs. I'll be honest with you, that probably isn't too hard to do, really, honestly. But he snuck through the temperature screening, and they monitor that so closely. If you don't think that they're watching you go through that screen on video, you're crazy, because this guy snuck through, and then they got him in front of the boathouse. They caught up to him. His name is Kelly Sills. He's 47 years old, and they said that he had to go back through the temperature screening. And he said that he wasn't going to do it. He said, and they said, well, if you don't, we'll have to arrest you. And he said, I get this. I love this. Julie will love this too. He said, I paid $15,000 for this vacation. I can stay on property if I want to. Ouch. I hate to tell you this, Kelly, but you paid $15,000 and you didn't read the fine print. How many times have we told you all, read the fine print? I know Julie is screaming, read the fine print right now. Because everywhere it says that you have to do it. It's not an option. The contract that you sign by getting a reservation or buying tickets is that you will follow Disney's rules. Or you will be asked to leave. You will be escorted out. In this case, by the sheriff. You were actually arrested. That is how seriously they take this COVID. That is how serious they take keeping their guests safe. From my standpoint, I'm so thankful for that. I love that they do that. I've been down there twice during COVID, and I have never felt unsafe or not taken care of while I was down there. So I appreciate that they do this. I know that there are a lot of people out there that don't want to wear masks, that don't think they need their temperature taken, that don't think that that's important. But I'm telling you, if you're going to Disney, you don't have any choice. It's just the way that it is. You're going to have to get your temperature taken, and you're going to have to wear a mask. That's it. That's the agreement that you sign when you make that reservation. So, and they don't hide that. They're not hiding that in the fine print. If you go on their website, it is like screaming at you on the website that they're doing temperature screenings and that you have to wear a mask. So this whole excuse of, I didn't know, I didn't see that, where was that sign? It's everywhere. It's everywhere. So, and just by the sheer fact that you snuck around the temperature screenings proves that you know that you're supposed to get your temperature taken. This is the way it goes. Just, it takes 2 seconds, if that much. And they are always so nice. Those people are so nice. They always say hi. They're always pleasant. I always love talking to them and wishing them well and thanking them for being there and taking care of us. And so it just kind of makes me chuckle. So maybe Louisiana Man needs to be added. We'll see how many more Louisiana Men stories we get. We often get Florida Man stories. So a Florida Man ... right? So we'll see. I don't know. Gotta get your temperature taken. Anyway, so it looks like that they're going to be doing some sort of refurbishment or reworking in the greenhouse of Living with the Land. Now, for those of you who don't know, that is one of my favorite rides. And I almost always, I didn't this last trip, which is a little odd, actually, but I almost always ride it. And so I'm very familiar with it. To be honest with you, I probably could do the narration. That's how much I ride it. I just love it. I think it's true Disney edutainment. I think it's exactly what Epcot was meant to be. To teach you and to entertain you. And so I just love it. I'm sorry that it has to be next to Soarin'. It makes that pavilion much more crowded, which is always annoying to me. and for those of you who know, I don't particularly like Soarin' as much as I love Flight of Passage. I don't like Soarin' for very specific reasons, but we don't have to talk about that right now. Anyway, Julie's laughing at me right now because she knows exactly why I don't like it. Might have something with the Eiffel Tower. I don't know. Anyway, they're doing some refurbishment, obviously, or getting ready to. They have built a scaffolding structure in the greenhouse. And when you go in, they have that we're building, for the future, or, we have enough land to build and do a lot or whatever in the greenhouse is the first thing you see. So obviously they're getting ready to do something in there. It does need a little refurbishment in the whole ride, I think. I think that at the beginning, when you're going through the different climates and stuff, there are lights that are out. There are things that are not happening that usually do happen in there. I really enjoy it still, but it could use a little cleaning up, right? A little refurbishment. So hopefully after they get all of this done, they'll go back and hit some of those things, right? So anyway, just be aware that if you're going to ride that they are doing some refurbishment. We'll keep an eye on that too and see where that goes and see what they do and see what happens there. That's about it for the news. It wasn't a big news week. The biggest news piece seemed to be about the guy that snuck around the temperature screening. Everybody seemed to be talking a lot about that. No new lights, no new pavement. They did finish putting up all the big pieces on the castle around the sides of the castle. So that is all finished, and now they're working a little bit higher, and they're going to work on the the steeples and such. So that will look beautiful. They've repainted all of those to be a blue. I didn't realize that they were not all blue before. They were like an iridescent color. And when you look at pictures now that I know, and I go back, they do look a little purple in the sunlight. So I didn't realize that. But they're going back and they're repainting, and that's almost all finished. So now they can start adding all the gold and filigree to that they're going to add to make her look even more beautiful. So I'm excited to see all of that. If you have not heard, if you don't know, we took a trip in March. Julie and I were there in March because of my friend Heather. Hi, Heather. Got married in March at Epcot. And so we were there for the week. And last week on Thursday, we released the part 1 of our overview of our trip, where we're talking about the trip. And we get to about halfway in that first episode. It's about 30 minutes long. So if you haven't heard that, be sure to go back and check that out and listen to what the first half of our trip was like. Also, if you are not subscribe to the podcast, please subscribe to the podcast so you can listen to that episode. But the next episode on this Thursday will be coming out, and it'll be part 2. So it'll be the second half of our trip. So be sure you catch that too. That's really what I was going to be talking about. But I want to make sure that you get the first part of it too, so that you get the whole picture of what's going on at Disney and the wonderful time that we had. We didn't kill each other. It was good. It was good. We had a good time. Lots of laughing. Let me tell you. But that was lots of fun. So be sure you go back and check that out. Listen, leave a comment below about anything that we've talked about, anything that you'd like to talk about. If you'd like us to talk about a specific topic, let us know. If you have ideas about what we've talked about, maybe Louisiana Man, maybe you agree with him, maybe you disagree with him, whatever the case may be. What do you think about this Magic Mobile? Is this something you're looking forward to, or you're not looking forward to? Do you think that it's an invasion of privacy or something? I don't know why you would think that, because really Disney tracks you anyway with those little RFID bands that you wear around your wrist. They know exactly where you are. And if you're using the app, they know where you are too. So anyway, let me know what you think. Are you excited about it? Are you not excited about it? You can leave a comment on with this video, either on Facebook or on YouTube. You could leave a comment on the goofyguy.com. Just click that little podcast button up at the top. It'll take you right to the podcast, and you can leave a comment right there on the podcast. You can also find all the other podcasts listed right there, so you can listen if you want to go clear back to the first episode. I'm not sure I'd want to do that. I'm not sure I want to do that. So maybe not go back to the first episode. But anyway, you could catch up with everything that's going on here at The Goofy Guy if you wanted to do that. You can also reach me at jim@thegoofyguy.com. You can email me. You can reach me on Twitter, Instagram, and Pinterest. It's The Goofy Guy blog. On Facebook, it's The Goofy Guy. Of course, you're watching this right now, maybe on Facebook. And on YouTube, it's The Goofy Guy if you're watching it on YouTube. If you do me a favor, if you'd like that page and follow that page on Facebook, I would appreciate it. If you'd also subscribe and smash that like button on YouTube, if you're watching this on YouTube, I'd really appreciate that too. It really helps this channel out a lot. And if you would go out to Apple Podcasts, if you listen to it as a podcast, and give us a 5-star rating and review, we would really appreciate that. It helps other people discover this podcast and this tribe of people, of Disney lovers that we're developing here that we really enjoy. It's a fun group of people, and we're really happy to have all of you with us. So that would be great. And also, if you go out to thegoofyguy.com, please sign up for the newsletter. It'll help you keep up to date about everything that's happening at The Goofy Guy, what's coming up, maybe what's past, a good way to stay in communication with us and find out everything that's happening. Those usually come out on Tuesday or Wednesday of the week. So keep an eye out for those, but definitely be sure to go to thegoofyguy.com and sign up. It's very easy, right at the top of the page. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to worry about me selling your email to anybody else, giving it to anybody else. You don't have to worry about me spamming you. That is certainly not the case. I hate getting spam. I don't want you to get spam either. And I certainly don't want to contribute to that. So there you go. And the thing that would help us the most is if you like this broadcast, if you like this video, if you like this podcast, share it with your friends and with your loved ones. Let them know that you're really enjoying what we're doing here at The Goofy Guy. We like to think that we have a lot of fun. And so we would appreciate a little shout out to your friends and a little share on Facebook. That all helps. We really appreciate it. And if you get the newsletter, share the newsletter with your friends too, so that they can find out what's going on here. And with that, I think that's everything. Be sure, COVID-19 is still out there. Be sure that you check with your friends and neighbors. It's so important to be taking care of each other, your friends, your loved ones, your neighbors. It's very much so still around. So take care of yourself and take care of others. And wear your mask, wear your mask, wear your mask. And remember, I don't wear my mask for me. I wear my mask for you. And with that, I guess it's time to say goodbye. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.